why.
No, this man thinks stuff is funny, but I'm gonna have his job. And his supervisor, Kim Worthy, is a criminal. I mean, the law's clear. He read the paperwork. He's a bar attorney. If he doesn't know the law, he's not representing me. That's what I object to. Because if you can speak about stuff, I have the right just being impartial in the cultural judicial conduct county line.
Hold on a second, did you catch that? We're less than a minute in, and instead of answering the court's questions, he's trying to determine whether the court itself is legitimate. That's usually not a winning strategy in an appellate courtroom. Let me know in the comments, do you think this argument is going anywhere?
Ready over here? This is case 2356485, the people of State of Michigan versus Carnell Michael McCreary. Mr. McCreary is charged with count 1, assault with intent to murder. Count 2, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation. Count 3, weapons, firearms possession by a felon. Count 4, weapons, ammunition possession by a felon. Count 5, assault and dangerous weapons, motive assault. Count 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all weapons, only firearms. Individual figure court defense notice set for a probable cause of appearances.
Evidence will walk BP 54828. We have people.
And I'll just state my name for the record, Earl Washington, Neighborhood Defenders Service. And I'll just say on behalf of Mr. McCreary.
Okay, Mr. McCreary, we will establish that he is not your attorney, okay? You state your name for the record, please.
First, I'd like to reserve my rights under MCL 440.1308 UCC 1-308. I reserve my rights not to be compelled to perform under any contract or commercial agreement that I did not enter into knowingly, voluntarily, intentionally. I respectfully compel this honorable court to utilize Article 3, Section 2, Clause 1 of the U.S. Constitution, which mandates the common law to hear this matter. Also, under UCC 1-103.6, the name of all caps is a corporation, fictitious person. I would like to make arguments of personal jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction, territorial jurisdiction. I have all federal questions that I would like to present to this court, and I would like this matter to be ruled on under federal law of the U.S. Supremacy Clause of Marbury versus Madison, 5 U.S. 137-1803. Which says anything repugnant to the United States Constitution.
I just need your name.
Well, ma'am, I do not choose to name my name. I'm not the all caps on the paper. And I reserve my rights.
You don't have a name when you're not present.
Well, my name is Carnell Michael McCreary, ill, all lowercase.
Okay, that's
the
fine.
all caps represent.
Okay, all lowercase. Is that your name?
Yes, I
okay,
reserve.
You're physically present. Thank you. That's all I want to know, that you were here.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. McCreary, in all lowercase letters, is it correct that you do not wish to have an attorney present for this case?
And myself, which are the
Yes or no?
I know attorney.
Okay. You understand you have a right to an attorney?
Pardon?
You understand you have a right to an attorney?
I understand.
Okay. You gotta take this up, because I know you have a lot you want to get out.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm very familiar with all of your case law and your arguments. However, moving forward, it needs to be in writing to submit to this court before I can move in.
Well, I understand. Your Honor, please. Thank you, Your Honor.
Without arguing with you.
No, ma'am. I'm very humble.
Procedurally.
I'm very humble. Well, I'm entitled to procedural and substantive due process. The statutes in which the state are charging me with are null and void. In violation of the U.S. Constitution, the Shaney versus Winnebago Department of Social Service.
That's substantive. Stuff needs to be right.
Pardon?
That's the substantive.
Well, I've always learned as being a layman in the law, but I am.
You're not a layman in the law.
I'm a legal practitioner, not licensed under.
You're not a layman. You just don't have a P number or license.
Well, that's the corporate bar number, which is the corporate monopoly. They have tried to take over the legal system so they don't benefit.
Well, that's an argument.
And once jurisdiction is challenged, it must be proven by the people asserting that.
But I can't address it until you put it in writing.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, I just want to note for the record that I did challenge personal jurisdiction, which must be done on onset. There's a case from the Michigan Supreme Court.
It needs to be in writing.
Okay, can I just
you're dumping all this stuff.
I'm just for preservation because I've been wrong by Kim Worthy, DPD. They have committed crimes and there's evidence of this. Also, I'd like to change the venue from the prosecutor's office. because of criminal misconduct that is well documented. The gentleman on this case, who was my brother he's speaking of, he's committed
I
felony.
don't want to know about anything substantive on this case. But I will move this to another court, as long as you say something about allegations.
Okay.
Gladly.
All due respect, but I was just trying to, I respect the court.
I understand you have a lot to say.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand it needs to be a right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you familiar with the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you submit it to the court and to the prosecutor. Whether you think there's jurisdiction or not, you still have to submit it so that I can address it.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Okay. So are you familiar with this court's criminal procedure as far as why we are here today?
Yes.
So I'll probably call a conference.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So typically what happens next is we discuss discovery and the allegations that will be in writing, paper, police report, any video. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. The prosecutor is obligated to provide that to you. So regardless if you think this case should be thrown out, the prosecutor still needs to do his duty to provide that to you. So I'm going to ask the prosecutor to provide that to you. What I want from you is your motion in writing to the court and to the prosecutor, so that I can make a decision. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a question?
Question. If I may just ask for additional discovery of in NPR 6.201, there's rules as well as Michigan Supreme Court People versus Steinway, which deals with additional discovery.
You don't even have any discovery?
No, I didn't even know I had a court. They didn't
You
tell
don't
me
even know it
anything.
would be additional because you don't know what it is.
Well, what I'm saying is, I mean, so far stuff that I would like to brought forward concerning the prosecutor's office.
Absolutely. Let's get over what they have, and then you can make a discovery request.
Yes, ma'am.
But before that, you have to talk about venue because you're not saying the right venue, jurisdiction, all of things. But the prosecutor's still going to provide you with discovery. So you can look at that and see what it is that you have, and then you can request additional discovery, and you know that you don't think that's sufficient.
Well, I mean things outside, the department of training. Not things concerning this case, but I mean other things that has mattered concerning the alleged plaintiff, who also claims to be an assaulted citizen, my brother, and I need stuff from Judge Burton's courtroom.
Defendant, alleged defendant or plaintiff?
Well, I mean the alleged plaintiff. I'm sorry.
The complaining witness?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
So
I haven't
do you
saw
have
my
an
brother.
email address?
Yes, I do.
Okay, don't provide it we're on YouTube. Do not say it. I want the prosecutor to receive that from you so that he can see your discovery. First step.
Also, Mayor, I asked a question regarding what you said about YouTube.
Yes.
I know under the First Amendment, we have a right to record in public buildings, and also I would like to challenge.
Is it a right?
Yes, it's constitutional right under the First Amendment.
Okay, well, no exceptions?
First one said, yeah, the 14th.
Are you familiar with the exceptions?
Well, the federal law doesn't say it's an exception.
Does it? It doesn't say any exceptions.
No, it's a right, because you go to Macomb County, they have.
Just because Macomb County doesn't mean that there's no exception to the first.
Okay, I just wanted to address that.
Okay.
I don't mean to be rude.
I know you're.
This is where things start to unravel. He's comparing a court-ordered paternity test to an unconstitutional search and seizure, but courts have repeatedly upheld genetic testing in family law cases. The legal theory sounds dramatic, but the precedent isn't exactly on his side here.
You're being very respectful, but you have a lot to say. And I want you to put it all in writing.
Also,
I want you to provide your email address to the prosecutor.
Yes,
Do that first.
yes, ma'am. If I also may state that.
Let's do one thing at a
Okay,
time.
yes.
Your agenda is very long.
Yes.
Okay, so for the record, you have provided your email address to the prosecutor, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the next thing is, I want you to submit your motion in writing, okay?
That's now that you spoke about being that representing myself appropriately signed up under
My choice.
Yes, under Michigan Constitution of 1960, Article 113. When it concerns talent, I'm on home confinement. I need to go to the law library. I need to work to pay bills. I'm not a threat to society. I let officers in. The officers even stated that, what would I want to say? They even stated that, hey, you were very professional, et cetera, et cetera. Also, at the other arraignment, the prosecutor spoke on my criminal record as a means of holding me in incarceration under People versus Allen. They cannot use your record against you unless you testify. And I have that citation from the Michigan Supreme court. They had acted misconduct ab initio from the very beginning at this juncture in this case at bar. I'm requesting that I'm not a runner. I don't have rapping, but I'm not a threat to the alleged claimant witness. He doesn't even live in any time. And the thing is, I also have another matter where the prosecutor's office came and arrested me for a 21-year-old warrant, and there's a statute of limitations for 6 years. Also, when I went to prison, it was 180 days. Now, the law says where the prosecution. Please make this point, man, under duress.
I need you. It's not duress.
Well, I'm
You're not under duress
I'm here
right
by
now.
special appearance.
I
I'm
need
under
you to
duress.
step by step just follow what I'm trying to tell you here. You need to educate me on certain things so that I can make a decision. Because some of this stuff, you're citing UCC, and I'm very familiar with UCC.
And
That's
the
where
boss is
tangible, you
supreme.
cannot talk over me all the time. I let you run off all your case law. UCC is for tangible, movable goods, not human beings. So, there you go. Put it down in writing with all the things that you want to discuss. Because I can't stand here and listen to your oral argument. And
Oh, no, it's
cite
not.
cases. We have 5, 6 other examples of all. And
Well,
I'm
I'm
giving
following.
you.
I'm sorry, and I was just following the way that I was
You still
mandated by
talk.
court rules.
I'm just trying to preserve the record right now and inform you. So I asked for you to provide your email address. The next thing I want you to do is provide your motion to writing.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a date to come back. Okay, so you can make your arguments.
Yes, ma'am.
The prosecutor will have an opportunity to respond. However they want to, or of course the court will, as you say. So I will have you back here, today's the 5th. I want you back here on May 9th. Okay, that's the first thing. We will address bond. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So May 19th. In time. You come at 8:30?
Oh yeah, I got up this morning, so I didn't even know I came down here just a goodwill, so I was really caught up with the cases. And that's what I was trying to address if I'm allowed to go
You'll
work.
be here at 8:30
Yes,
on
ma'am.
May
Yes,
19th.
ma'am.
Okay.
And that's what I was saying, if I go to law library.
Okay,
So
let me, court date first, then fine. Mrs. Long, you everything?
Yeah, is
Oh, we
that,
won't be here. We'll be in training. That's why there's nothing on the calendar. I want a day real quick. So let's do, May 22nd, that's not a good day. I'll be here. Can you do May 24th?
Oh yeah, I'm all hearing about the rest, man, force and coercion. So I have to comply with the court's order until we can litigate this.
What you want to comply with?
All I have to do with the law tells me, because I'm under threat of force and coercion.
Hold on, don't start talking yet. So May 24th at 8:30 is the date, okay?
is that a PCC?
Motion here.
Motion here, okay, thank you.
And I'm going to provide you with the email address for you to send the motions to the prosecutor and to the court, okay? I have to send, please do not send anything in mail.
And now we've reached one of the classic sovereign citizen talking points. Government agencies are supposedly corporations because they have business registration numbers. The problem? Having a registration number doesn't magically transform a court into a fast food franchise. That's not how jurisdiction works.
See, that's the thing. I was need access to, like, let's say,
Okay.
those more typo
We'll
stuff
get
to be able
that.
to
We'll
learn
get to
how
that.
to scan. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And we'll have the court email address and the prosecutor's email address on their report.
May I ask, speak with the prosecutors, being that I'm co-counsel, I would like to speak with them maybe about potential contractual offer agreement so we can rectify. I'm counsel, and he's the counsel. That's what I'm saying. I'm not considered a defendant. To where if I was, being
You represent
represented by
yourself,
him,
you already know.
yeah, I would be able to talk with him or her or whomever's in charge.
That's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
And just so you know, Attorney Washington is on standby.
Okay.
In the event that you ever request an attorney, he's well apprised and knows what's going on. That's what he's here.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a constitutional right, you have an attorney. You know. He's not gonna say anything unless you request that you need an attorney, okay?
Oh no, I'm fully abreast in the law from A to Z, and I know the systems in and out.
Good. That's
Yes, ma'am.
wonderful.
If I may address the fact of speaking with the prosecutor, because we saved a lot of money. I don't have a problem with the statement, but my question is take me under Michigan rules of professional conduct.
Okay. All right, so now the bond, you are on house arrest?
Yeah, I'm on time. They say no, I can't.
Tether or house arrest?
House arrest.
I don't have your,
10,000, 10%, with telling no house. I mean, I can't leave the house. And, you know, I'm trying to be able to move to
let me print it out and read, because I can't listen to you. I have. Okay, thank you. Prosecutor and
Oh,
yeah, the report division. Thank you. All right. All right, you said 10,000, 10%. So he posted, and it says here, GPS tether requirement, house arrest allowed for travel, court, medical. Do you have a specific library that you go to?
I know it was one on Oakland, but I don't know. I haven't been there in years, like by Landwood and Oakland, because I stay over here next to the thing here at home. It's I could probably go to that. That's the closest one. I don't know. Is it one down here, downtown, at the library? I can.
The main library.
Okay, I would. If it's okay for me to come down here, I can let tell the person.
Well, I'm gonna let them know. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, the main library now.
Okay.
And,
I'll change your bond condition so you're allowed to go to the library.
and also, I'm a private contractor doing 1099 work. There's a Jerome Phillips, Phillips Plumbing. I work with him from time to time. And then across the street from my house, there's a Robert Vaindiner. He posted my bond. He's a Russian immigrant. I work for him. He pays. I pay taxes and bills. So 1099. Like see my work for you guys, so I can pay my bond, tether, bill, my home, be able to go to the grocery market and get food, you know, and I would comply with the court's order. I haven't been in trouble over 20 years, and these charges are ridiculous. And I asked the court humbly to allow this so that I may receive justice for the federal constitution kind of law.
Well, you have a responsibility. I granted just to allow you to go to the library.
Yeah, Your Honor, we have a problem with that. I mean, these are multiple weapons charges, possession by a felon, assault, murder.
Objection, Your Honor. You wouldn't let me speak about the facts of the case.
I can't hear his argument unless he's
Okay.
not interrupted. I'll let you respond.
Yes, ma'am.
We object.
I object to, because if you speak about stuff, I have like this being impartial in the Code of Judicial Conduct, County 1. That's a judiciary for the benefit of the litigants, not the judiciary. Code of Judicial County 2B, the court must adhere to the Constitution and use equal protection and equal treatment in this matter. And again, since he's making an argument, I challenge personal jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction, territorial jurisdiction must be proven by the prosecutor. These allegations under Opera versus United States are hearsay. You must have cooperative evidence. At this moment, I would like to file a Michigan habeas corpus under MCL 3.303. And I
File that as well with the rest of your motion.
Pardon?
File that with the rest of your motion.
Okay, but my point is, if he's making an argument, I have the right under due process, the 14th Amendment proceeding with the statute due process and the 14th Amendment to the same arguments and things of this nature. Under 3.8, this prosecutor was acting in misconduct.
3.8 what?
Pardon?
3.8 of what?
The Michigan Rules of Professional Conduct issued down by the Supreme Court of the State of Michigan. He has a duty to ensure that the defendant has a fair trial, that justice is based on evidence, not speculation or whatever else. And then he's remaining silent the whole time. There's a tacit agreement by him remaining silent. There he's equating everything that I'm saying is being true. He has to rebut that once the jurisdiction
For a bond
is
hearing?
brought. Pardon?
For a bond hearing.
No, I'm just saying
That's what we're addressing bond.
well, he's speaking about allegations of the case.
But that's
and
part
I'm
of the bond
defending
hearing.
myself.
Wait, did we just jump from constitutional arguments to hi, I'm Cog? If you're confused, don't worry, the judges probably are too. This sudden shift is a perfect example of why courts focus on evidence and legal authority rather than philosophical detours.
Or do you want more time?
I like a little bit more time.
Okay.
Well, see, we can settle this all if you let me speak.
No, I'm not gonna discuss with you. I need to like, pulling out rules from all of.
No, I'm not saying so far as litigation, but I'm just saying the county, I don't have a problem with the county corporation, the state corporation, is the person that you're working with is a criminal. He has a record like him working, he made a list saying that police officers can't testify in court. So to allow my brother to testify in court,
You're
that's.
arguing subject matter that I need you to.
Okay.
I need to have to figure out May 12th to report into the process.
But I need time to, like I say, get to these places to, you know, I need, you know, computers to be
I'm
able to.
filling out your
Yes.
motion right now to adjust bonds. So
And
that you can go to
food.
the library.
I need to go to market, work, you know, I thank you, Judge, for being humble. Can we get this, transcribed for the motion hearing?
Wait a second, I'm trying to write them to, I want to be very clear about what's going on.
And where can I find this tape on YouTube? I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm just anxious because I have done. I stay upstairs by myself. I have tenants downstairs, presently at this moment because I'm trying to pay my taxes and maintain my money. So I stay.
So, Mr. Curry, I know that you were objecting to the prosecutor's response to the bond adjustment, excuse me. I'm gonna allow you to go to the library. And as far as everything else at this point, I'm not gonna adjust bond. Okay? Are you familiar with?
I'm not
Yes or
really.
no?
No, ma'am. I'm not. I'm not really computer literate.
You don't have to be, you can do all these motions.
Well, I'm have to learn.
Yes.
That's the challenge.
Okay, so your motions are due.
Can I also ask you one
Email.
more? Oh,
May 12th via email. You have both email addresses. You have them for the court and for the prosecutor.
you said 12. I thought you said 24.
For the court, we're gonna hear them. The
Also,
prosecutor has to have
give
time
me
to
about
respond.
12.
You don't have to be here on the 12th. It just has to be emailed.
So do I have to show up back here at that date or
On the 24th.
on the 20? Okay.
But the 12th, just email it so that I can read it. The prosecutor can read it. The prosecutor can respond on the 24th. We can go. Okay. First case, nobody be in front of us. I can make decisions and go from there. Okay. All right.
Can I ask you one thing before you close?
One thing.
I mean, yes, ma'am, if I
What
may.
is it?
I have DTE bills, phone bills, and it's just right across the street. Like I helped my neighbor fix his house at the phone. And I just want to make a few dollars so I can pay the bond people in court. That there's anything that needs to be, on my bills. That's all I'm asking. Just right across the street.
What's the address?
I think it's I'm 14739 home. It's directly across the street. I think it's 14754.
147.
I believe it's 147. My address.
No, the address.
I believe it's 14754, but I can email or I can tell my telephone the correct action.
See, you tell them, you don't tell me.
Well, I heard that they communicated. So,
I got it. Okay.
okay, if you give me a number, I can send it to you or email it to you.
Street.
Homer, HOLMUR. It's right on.
I'll allow you to go across the street, make the money, pay each other,
Mhm.
and
And
buy
okay.
food for yourself, whoever you need, get
Yes,
back
ma'am.
and forth, okay?
And thank you, ma'am,
You're
for
welcome.
your being patient.
No problem. All right. Thank you.
Excuse me, Your Honor, this is Earl Washington again. Did the court wish me to be there on the 24th as a standby?
Yes, please.
Can I get his number? I call
Sure.
him. Yeah. And see, maybe he can help me, but like if I can email, he could probably type it up. That's all I would need his help for. No disrespect to you, Esquire.
I
But, you know, yes, sir.
You provide your number to Mr. McCreary, right?
Yes. McCreary
Oh.
L. And it's E, capital E-L.
Not
Okay.
L.
It's pronounced L, but it sounds like E.
L.
It's
Yeah.
E-L, yes.
You want me to put that in the chat?
You can just provide it over, is it your personal cell or work cell?
No, it's just a work cell.
You can just
It's
provide it.
my name is Earl Washington, and the number is 313-418-8692.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay, we're done on Mr. McCreary L.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day and have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
So I need an OIC. Is that yours?
Is there a time, Judge?
8:30
8:30 to when?
for the 24th.
No, I'm saying for me to be able to go downtown to the library. Like,
Seven is when you walk into the library, whatever.
oh, okay,
Oh.
okay, yeah, I didn't know, because they were telling me strict is strict, they were telling me how we get locked.
Trying to do
The
what?
library. 10.
Okay, so as long as it's going there, I'm okay. You said it's down here at Main. Okay, thank you.
And here's the moment that seals it. Instead of directly answering whether he understands the court's order, he launches into another speech about the system being broken. In court, clarity matters. When a judge asks a yes or no question, turning it into a manifesto rarely helps your case.